What up, guys? Alchemist here. I got something nice for you. So today we're using a broken arc build on hunters. This build is very deadly. You're going to be jolting everything, unraveling everything, have amplify, have woven mail, and yeah, infinite grenade spam. You're never going to not have a grenade on you, okay? Spamming bolt charges nonstop. It's ridiculous. So the exotic we're using today is Shinobu's Vow. They just buffed this up. And basically, you gain an additional skip grenade now, and skip grenade damage grants bolt charge. And gaining bolt charges grant grenade energy. So basically, the grenade give you bolt charges, and bolt charges give you grenade energy. It's an infinite loop. You're able to spam grenades non-stop, right? When bolt charge is ready, you heal nearby allies and enhance your next skip grenade. So while you're throwing these skip grenades, you're also going to be healing yourself, which is great for survivability. And when you get an upgraded skip grenade, it basically does 2 skip grenades instead of 1. That's basically what it does. When it does a first bounce, it does skip grenades, and then the second bounce does another skip grenade. Okay? So that's the exotic RMP for using. The stats you want to go for is 200 grenade stat. I got 195, close enough. But you want to go for 200 grenade stat and try to get your class stat a little bit high if possible, okay? At least try to get to 100, okay? So that's the stats you want to go for. The weapons I'm using is very important here. I'm using Festival Flight. You could use any strand weapon, but I'm using Festival Flight because it just makes the gameplay loop a little bit more natural and smoother. I'm using Slice on purpose, so I'm going to use my class ability. I can sever the enemies in the room, making them do less damage. And then I also have Binary Orbit, which buffs the damage of this grenade launcher, so I want to be getting a lot of arc kills in this build. I'm using Delicate Tune because we will be spamming a lot of ionic traces in this build for us to be able to get infinite skip grenades non-stop, and this does jolt even more in this build to spam even more ionic traces, and this weapon itself has a chance to make ionic trace from killing people. Full fact, Ionic Trace is the only element to pick up in this game, and Stasis Shards as well. Only element pick up in this game with Stasis Shards that does not have a cooldown, meaning you can make infinite Ionic Traces without ever having to wait to spawn one. Okay, so we're using a new armor set to make this build possible, which is Lumen Omnipotent, right? Lumen Omnipotent. This makes it that the 4-piece says final blows with jolt or against jolted combatants create ionic traces. Our grenade going to be jolting enemies non-stop, so this will be making infinite ionic traces for us every time we get kills with it, allowing us to pick it up and spam even more ionic traces. I mean, yeah, find even more ionic traces to spam even more grenades. Ionic traces gives us 15% ability energy for all our abilities, so we're gonna be able to spam our class ability, our melee, and our grenade non-stop with this build, which is kind of insane. The artifact we're running is Tablet of Ruin, and the perks we're running is Defibrillating Blast, where stunning a champion gives us max bolt charges, which gives our grenade back immediately when we stun a champion. But also too, damaging targets with bolt charge both jolt them and heals you. Again, we're going to do as many jolts as possible so we make ionic traces so we get bolt charges. We got 2 Destroyers on. Dealing sustained damage to severed targets, unravel them. Defeating a severed target creates a hotspot of strand energy, granting woven mail to nearby allies for a short duration, including yourself, right? They put out a woven mail hotspot out there like Titans be doing. Because of our grenade launcher, Festival Flight, we can sever targets whenever we want after we use Ascension, allowing us to unravel them and kill them and make a woven mail hotspot out there for us for even more damage resistance for survivability. We got on Flash Over, where when you have maximum bolt charge, you become M5. We're going to be all M5, so we're not really worried about that part. We mostly focus on the second part, where lightning bolts deal more damage. We get more damage output in this build. We have on Horror Shuttle, damaging unraveled targets with a weapon occasionally spawns Threatlings. Threatlings sever targets that they damage. So this is going to allow us to have Threatlings in the build to do even more ad control damage. And we will have enemies out there unravel non-stop because of dealing sustained damage to sever targets, unravel them, which we will be doing with the grenade launcher. Okay. We also have unraveling orbs on, so when we pick up orb power, our strand weapon does unraveling rounds. We will be making infinite orbs because every grenade kill we got will be making the orb power for us. We have on Dielectric, defeating arc debuff targets grant bolt charge. Every enemy gonna be arc debuff because of us jolting them non-stop. And then rapidly defeating arc debuff targets spawn or power and heals a small amount of health. Again, survivability, giving us health non-stop with the DR we will have on with LMAO and amplified. And then that ties into unraveling ores, making it ore for us to keep the unraveling out there. And then we have on Elemental Siphon, which making that whenever we get rapid kills with a weapon matching our super, we make more elemental pickup for that weapon. So that would be Ion Traces in this build. But it also say elemental pickups grant matching super energy when they are collected. We will be making infinite Ion Traces in this build, meaning we will be getting our super back non-stop in this build. Very quick, okay? So insane, just insane build. I promise you, insane in build. Class, I'm running Arc Strider right now because it did get buffed up, does a lot of damage, so we will be using Arc Strider for like taking out bosses and stuff and whatnot. We got Gambler's Dodge on, but your shades that can be whatever you want. I chose this so that I can get my melee back whenever I want, because in this build we still be running Combination Blow because it's just the best thing to do in Arc. Combination Blow with Tempest Strike. Tempest Strike gives us that damage resistance after we use it as well, but mostly because the second part of the aspect says defeating jolted targets grants us bolt charges. Bolt charges give us more skip grenades. You see the combo loop? Insane. Skip grenade is going to be your grenade, obviously. And then we have on Ascension so that I can get M5 whenever I want, and then easy to proc to jolt targets around me, kill the jolted targets, make Ion Traces for us, and this also activates Slice for us for our Festival Flight. Fragments we're going for. Spark of Frequency. We mostly here for the second part that says while amplified, the effects are increased and you gain increased stacks of bolt charges from all sources. So this helps us get double the amount of bolt charges to get skip grenades back quickly. We have on Spark of Discharge. Arc weapon final blows have a chance to create Ionic Traces. Collecting Ionic Traces grants you a stack of bolt charge. So now this fragment right here does have a cooldown to it, but we don't care about that because we have our armor set to make infinite Ionic Traces for us. So we're mostly here for the second part that says collecting Ionic Traces give us bolt charges, which will give us more skip grenades to spam 24/7. We have on Spark of Shot to make our skip grenades jolt targets. We got on Spark of Resistance, so we have more damage resistance when we're near enemies. And then we have Spark and Ions on, where defeating a jolted target or defeating a target with bolt charge create an Ionic Trace even more. Alright, armor mods. We have on Harmonic Siphon, so our arc weapons make Orbs of Power for us. You also can put on Strand Siphon if you're rocking Festival Flight more often in this build. We have on Special Ammo Finder because we are rocking 2 special weapons in this build. You could take off Delicate Tomb and put on the Arc Trace Rifle. That's a primary. I forgot the name of it, the exotic one. You can also use that one as well if you want to. We have on Ashes an asset so that we can get super energy again from grenade kills. Again, you're gonna be getting your super back very quick in this build. We got on 3 firepower, so every grenade kill we have to give us Orbs of Power. We have 3 resist mods on a chest piece. You can put on like arc ammo generation or strand ammo generation if you want to make more special ammo while having that weapon out getting kills. We got on Innovation. Whenever I pick up Orb Power, I get grenade energy to keep that grenade infinite loop going. I have on Orbs of Restoration. You should be spamming mostly only your grenade in this build, so that's even more grenade energy when you pick up Orb Power. And we got better already to start health regeneration and pick up Orb Power. And then class item, we got on Bomber, so when we pop our class ability, we get grenade energy back. We got on Reaper, so whenever we get a kill, we make an Orb Power. And then we got Powerful Attraction, pick up all the orbs we will be making in this build. That's the full build. This build is very deadly. Very deadly. It actually kind of rivals Gifted Conviction, which I will make a remaster video on that as well, since we now are in the final sandbox. So I do have you guys on that one. But this build is nuts. And I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay at the end of this video. Let me know which one y'all prefer. Do y'all prefer the gameplay at the end of the video or top right corner? Let me know. Anyway, love you guys. Appreciate you guys always. Hope you guys enjoy the drip as well. Before I go, if you wonder how to get this armor set is literally in the Vanguard ops. You just gotta spam solo ops or fire team ops or whatever, and this armor set will drop for you. So just keep your eyes out for it and try to get some Grenader armor sets for it. Okay. Anyway, that's it. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys always. And until next time, stay up.
for you once this one's down.
See, I told you. The Guardian is fine on their own. No need to bother